Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Shenanigans Podcast. I'm Matt.
And I'm Simon.
How we doing, Simon?
Yeah, not bad. I think the last week has mainly been filled with... It rained here for the first time in a while, so that was something new. But no, it's... This week has been one of... I've been doing a lot of reading, I think. Reading up for my dissertation, reading up for hopefully a new job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what about yourself?
Dude, same old, same shit, different day, man.
Yeah.
This week was a little bit better than last week. Last week was just fucking hell, man. Nothing went on. I felt like I didn't do anything. I felt like I didn't do anything this week either.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
It's just fucking day by day now. Things are slowly returning to normal. It looks like, at least.
The new definition of normal.
Yeah. What will that be?
Yeah. Well, it's certainly not going to be certainly not going to be the same as it was before. But I know what you mean. Things are slowly returning to normal.
Yeah.
With some semblance of normality, which is nice. It's nice to see people about, and you know, here in the UK, they're addressing the lockdown and stuff like that. For example, you know, public transport has been, you know, you could still use it for quite a while, but now it's becoming more of a, you know, relaxing it even more and saying, okay, you can just travel generally. However, they're making it mandatory to wear face masks on public transport, and you can be fined if you're caught without one. So it'll be interesting, because I saw people. I was walking past the tube today when I came back from the shops, and I saw people going into the tube and they were not wearing masks.
Yeah, I think it's the same around here. I've been seeing a lot more people, like a lot of my friends on social media, like going out without masks, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what the fuck's going on. But I think I'm kind of done with normal life for a little while. I'm ready to kind of do some military time, because it's a different. We've talked about it before. It's a different kind of life, man, and that's why you want to go back to it. It's a brotherhood. Well, I can't say that. Sorry, that's not politically correct anymore.
It's a team.
It's a team. One team, one fight. It doesn't matter. You're blue, black, gold, purple. Everybody's wearing the same uniform, and everybody matters. It's not. You have a say. No matter if you're the lowest man on the totem pole. If you think you could do something a better way, you're more than happy. You are more than welcome to bring that up, and it will be discussed amongst the table.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know what you mean, and I'm looking forward to hopefully getting back to that as well. However, there are some things in the way of me getting back to it, which is rather unfortunate, and I'm still waiting to hear back from certain people.
Some hoops to jump through.
Yes, some hoops, some rather ridiculous hoops to jump through, as it always is, and some hoops which should have been jumped through, you know, probably at least a month ago by now. However, you know, as with all things at the moment, patience is key, and however, it is a virtue that I'm not sure that I have.
Yeah.
But yeah, all I can do is wait and hear back from them, I suppose.
Oh yeah. It might have been, and see, this is why I had the option. I don't know if you had the option. I don't think we ever talked about it. Usually in the U.S. military, you sign nowadays. When I signed up, I signed an 8-year contract. It was going to be 4 years active duty, which it was, and then it was going to be 4 years what we call IIR, inactive ready reserve, which is the people that don't do anything at all. You're just in the reserves, but you don't actually do anything. You're
okay.
You're the last resort.
Yeah.
So instead of doing that, I swapped my 4 years IIR for 4 years reserve, actual reserve, where we do 1 week and 1 week in a month, 2 weeks a year. And you're actually a selective reservist. You activate way more. It's pretty much like, it's not like being on active duty, but you do a lot more.
Okay, so we don't have quite a similar thing. So the minimum when you join full time is a 4 year. It's 4 years, but they don't really consider it a contract.
Okay.
It's, I don't know. I suppose it kind of is, but just the word and the terminology of contract just seems off. I don't know.
Or your enlistment.
Your enlistment. So you sign for 4 years, but once that 4 years is up, that's you can choose to stay on or you can get out. It's entirely up to you. With the reserves, there is no enlistment period. There is no contract. You can start when you want and you can stop all you have to do is say the word and you can say no, I'm done, I'm out. And then you just hand in your notice and you hand in all your kit.
I'm pretty sure
all we have here is literally, if you're in the reserves, you are technically active. You can be deployed. Well, they have to give you some notice, but unless you are a full-time student, you can be deployed.
Okay. Yeah. See, it doesn't matter here in the reserves, even if you are a full-time student. If you're going, you're going.
See, for us, because you're a full-time student, they won't deploy you.
I see.
Because of that status.
They don't really care. Like, whatever. And I don't. So I think the time frame you were talking how reserves you can just leave whenever you want. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Once I finish this 4 years, I can do that. I can just continue to do it for as long as I want and leave whenever I want. But because I just had the 8 year, I just had to obligate to something. They wanted their 8 years. So after the 8 years, don't quote me on it. I don't think I have to sign another contract, but I could be totally wrong, and they could be like, "No, we want you to sign another contract." Right? Because it's weird in the U.S. military because I might have to sign another contract. No, because if I did that, I was thinking because you can go from reserves to active duty.
Yes, under certain circumstances, yes.
Yeah. So for us, it's really if there's a billet open and you want to do it, they'll let you do it.
What? Just straight away, like no extra training or anything?
No extra. If you're filling, obviously you have to fill a specific billet.
Yeah.
And it's different from the reserves. My rate in the Navy is I'm a mine warfare specialist, but I'm filling a gunner's mate billet in the reserves because the reserves you have to be in the same category. In active duty, you have to fill
like the same band, like the same same pay band or same,
exactly.
No,
not same pay band. Sorry.
No, but like skill band.
Skill band, yeah. So we both work with weapons. We both work with ordnance. So that's why we're compatible. But if you go from reserves to active duty, you have to fill your specific job. There has to be a specific job, a specific billet open for your specific job.
Yeah.
For the quotas to match up. So there has to be. So you're not just joining you're not going from a medic to be a Navy SEAL.
No.
You're going from a medic to just being a medic in active duty.
Yeah.
It does take time. See, you could also get demoted depending on the quota. If they're like, well, there's no E6 quota, so we'll give you E5. And it's kind of shitty, but if you really want it that bad, you'll take it.
Yeah, obviously, as I've told you, I want to join the Royal Marines Reserves, and Royal Marines Reserves training is one of the longest in the world. It used to be 32. This is regular Royal Marines. It used to be 32 weeks long. It's now 36. They've added an extra 4 weeks.
Oh geez.
But they've changed some of the things about the preparation for the training as to reflect that. However, so if I join the Royal Marines Reserves, it's probably a year and a half's worth of training before I can take the tests to see if I can earn my Green Beret. And if I don't pass those tests, then I can't be a Royal Marines Commando. It's as simple as that. Like, it's literally you pass the tests or you fail. However, if, for example, I pass the tests and I become a Royal Marine, and I would then want to join to transfer to the regular Royal Marines, I would have to go through all of the training again. Regardless of the fact that I would have passed and earned my Green Beret, you have to go through it all again.
That kind of seems counterintuitive.
Not really, considering that's only from reserve to regular to reserves. It doesn't. You can just go straight. But because of the fact that as a reservist, you do one training night a week, and every other weekend, the training is structured differently, which is why it takes so much longer. It's why it's like a year and a half's worth of training until you can do that, as opposed to 36 weeks.
I guess it's a little bit,
because it has to be done differently. Because you only have several hours each week and every other weekend, as opposed to, effectively every day in, day out for 36 weeks, minus, obviously a bit of leave here and there. So
yeah,
I guess I can understand it. I think it's silly. Well, sorry, no, I don't think it's silly. I think, because I want to join the reserves, I know that I probably wouldn't transfer to the regulars, however much I wanted to, unless I was really ready to go through all of it again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would give you an edge, yes, in the training, but again, it's no guarantee that you're going to pass the tests, despite the fact that you've already done the tests once. There is just no guarantee. So if I get in and if I get through it, I'll probably just stay in the reserves, because it's a better work-life balance, in my opinion. But anyway,
and I totally agree with that. I guess it's a little bit different for us, for our reserves. So like Navy SEAL, for example, no matter if you're a reservist or and it could work differently for SAS. When we talk about this. So for Navy SEAL, it doesn't matter if you're a reservist or you're active duty. You're going through the whole Navy SEAL pipeline. So when you're a reservist, you'll join the reserves. You'll be active duty throughout your whole training pipeline.
Right.
Until you finish your training pipeline, you won't actually be a reservist, technically.
Okay.
So like Navy SEAL, for example. So you'll go, sign up, got to go to Naval Station Great Lakes,
Coronado?
Go through boot camp, go to Bud's prep. Then you go to Coronado for 30... Dude, it's fucking long.
Yeah.
And I want to look it up because I don't want to be wrong. How long? I think... like, how long? 24... 50 weeks.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you're reservist or active duty, officer, enlisted. You're all going through that pipeline.
Yeah.
Not the boot camp pipeline. For officers is a little bit different. But you all meet up in Coronado, and officers and enlisted will be going through the training pipeline together.
Yeah, that's the same with the Royal Marines. It's not the same for the Army though, or the Navy, but the Royal Marines do it all this. They all do it in one place.
So you have to
you learn to be a commando first, and then an officer.
Exactly. So for officers, they already went to all their officer schools, but the reason they put them together with the enlisted, from what I've read and from what I've heard, is you just like you said, you're not here to be an officer. You're no better, even though you are an officer. You've earned that right.
You're the same as everyone else.
Right now, in this shithole, you are the same as fucking everybody else.
Yeah, see, that's why the Marines do. That's why the Marines do it differently. Like they like the people that are picked to be on what's called the YO's course, the Young Officers course. They will be picked for command positions.
Yeah.
Like probably they will be picked for command positions more than the rest of the people in your troop, and they will be required to be fitter, to be faster than everybody else. However, everybody goes through it the exact same, because they do all the commando stuff first, and then they do more training to be an officer afterwards. Like, so they stay their training's even longer.
Yeah.
From what my dad's told me.
So yeah, for us, it's your active duty until you finish all your training. Once you finish all your training, then you will actually become a reservist. But special forces, it's even the fucking reserve special forces, man. They're doing so much fucking shit. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
They're at that point, you're really not a reservist because of how much you're getting deployed and shit. Because you're just such a useful, even though you might be reserves, you're such a still. And I'm sure it's the same with the S. Is it still SAS even though it's reserves?
Yeah, it's SAS. So for the UK Special Forces Reserves, it's you do all the exact same training, the exact same selection. You don't have to have served before, which I don't think is a thing required for regular SAS either. But it's kind of, it's kind of a given.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 2-1 and 2-3 SAS reserves, SBS reserves, which is based out of Poole. And then there's like various medical and signals reserves that are like attached to them to help them do their job. There's loads basically.
Okay, yeah. So it's, and I'm sure it's the same way with you guys. They just devote so much training into these guys. You're gonna get activated. It's you're gonna go on deployment. It's gonna happen just because it's like you have a special skill set that a very small percentage of people actually get through.
Yeah.
And so I don't know where I was going with that.
I don't know either. But anyway,
but yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. That's fine. Whatever.
Oh.
What's going on? I don't really know. Star Citizen, dude, with all this fucking shit going on, I'm so happy Star Citizen Free Fly event is god fucking over. Like, fucking A. Like, I get it. It's a great time, great sale. But the servers were jacked. I didn't even play.
The servers were jacked. No, I got in maybe once to go and have a look at stuff, and it's as interesting as it is to see some of the hollow ships and things like that. Like, it really wasn't that interesting to kind of go and look at stuff. But I can also go and understand that the in-game event wasn't really designed for existing backers. Obviously there's stuff there to interest us, but like the whole show of all the ships and stuff like that, it's more for the people that are there for the free fly event and for new backers, because they need to see this stuff.
Exactly.
But at that same time, sorry, no, go ahead.
No. All I was gonna say is, yeah, you're right. We've invested in the game already. You don't need to impress us anymore. We're already here.
Yeah, but on that same note, the thing with the hollow ships, I thought it was really cool. However, and this is entirely dependent on the sort of the models and stuff that they have created already, I think that what they could have done is something similar to what they did with the F8 Lightning a couple of years ago. So basically have a model of it on a stand, on a podium, and you know it's not accessible. It's not, you can't enter it, you can't do anything. It's just a model for you to look at. You know, like it could just be the exterior model, like they've done with the Idrises and the Javelin for the event. All they've done there is basically taken the exterior model and made it flyable with NPCs. So I reckon they could have done that, because it would have been cool to see, things like the Star Runner, the Vulture. But like, I know the Kraken is a bit unrealistic considering its size, but hey, they did it with the Idris. A couple of years ago. Do you remember they had that huge hall where you could go and have a look at the Idris?
Yeah. That was. I wish they did that with the Javelin.
So there is scope for them to do it, because again, as interesting as it is to have all this stuff in game and in lore, like you can tell, like in the elevators on the way down to the floor, you know what's going to show up. It's like, oh, it's RSI, therefore there's going to be a load of constellations. There's going to be an Aurora. And there really wasn't that much else. Like, yes, they had the HoloViews and they had some cool information, some shirts that you can wear in game. But other than that, like there was nothing. And again, it comes back to the point that I know it technically wasn't for us, but I know it was kind of, I don't want to say it was short notice because it wasn't, but it wasn't the event that they were kind of planning for, if that makes sense, because of the whole situation. They had to kind of do something, I suppose. I don't know. Yeah, because for me, this event kind of came out of nowhere. It was just suddenly there's this event, and now there isn't going to be a CitizenCon this year,
which is sad.
It is sad,
but dude, I get it, and I love what they did. But the servers were just so stretched. Like you guys in England, that server was so fucked up. People were using VPNs.
Yeah, I didn't even bother just because I knew like there was no point.
No, exactly. At that point, I'm just like, so I get it. There was so much stress on these servers. That's why I just stayed away from the game for the past couple weeks. At first, and it was funny, because it just shows how much traction it got. At first, it was fine. The first week, it was fine. Then week after week, even the website, man, the website was shitting the bed when people were trying to buy special limited ships.
Yeah.
But all in all, they got, I don't even know how much they raised.
They got a lot. They always get a lot.
They always get a lot.
I'm not saying it's bad for them. But, sorry, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Fair play to them. They found a market and they've cornered it. So good on them. And obviously, a lot of that goes towards paying the people that design and create all this stuff. So fair game. But I don't know where I was going with that. However, I just seen actually on the Leaks channel they are releasing what's called the Grey Cat Sidnus.
Is that the gun?
It is it's the spider mining ship.
The spider mining ship?
Yeah, dude.
What does it look like?
It's on hang on off.
Oh, hang on. I just found it on Lakes. Dude, it looks like a spider droid from fucking Star Wars.
Yeah, no, look, I'll find you an actual picture. It's on Star Citizen wiki. I'll send it to you right now.
Find me an actual picture. Guys, we'll post this picture. I wish we're hoping this episode we were gonna be able to do video and have things be able to pop up on the screen, but we just weren't ready for it this weekend. Maybe next week.
Yeah. I know that in a few weeks' time when I have to move, there may be some disruption to all of that, but we'll try and get it back up and running to normality as soon as possible. That thing looks like
it looks like a literal fucking spider.
But how are you going to transport it? Like I know it's a mining vehicle, so I'm assuming you can only spawn it on the ground.
But how do you sell everything?
Well, exactly. I have no idea.
Unless unless there's like gonna be a ship transfer system, like with a hull.
Possibly, yeah. They would have to do something like that. But like, I like the idea of a ground mining vehicle, but the ball on the back, which is obviously supposed to be like the spider's
abdomen.
Not abdomen.
No, I thought it was called an abdomen, right?
Oh, I've got no idea. But the big bit on the back of the spider, I totally get that. But to me, for a mining thing, if you're on the gravity, if you're on a planet that has gravity, that structurally makes no sense to me. Because if it's got material in it that's weighing it down, that thing would just snap off.
Yeah.
Which is why I would give it a go. I would test it. I would use it, but for something of that size as well, like that, if it was smaller and it was just designed to like laser stuff, then sure, why not?
It looks like a transformer.
That sounds pretty cool. Well, yeah, because it was supposed to be like a mining drone, I think, but it can support 2 crew members and has a cockpit, so it's going to be pretty big. And like, I just think that there could have been slightly more realistic, slightly more immersive choices made for the actual design. Like I'll give it a go. It looks cool. I love the industrial look of some of these ships, which is why Drake is like my favorite manufacturer. But like architecturally and structurally, to me, that makes no sense.
No, not at all.
It looks it looks like it would break.
What else does Grey Cat make? They make the buggy.
The PTV buggy and the mining tool.
Oh Okay, and there was something else they were gonna make. It's on the roadmap. I forget.
Is it?
Yeah. Hang on. Let me go look at the roadmap quickly. Where's?
Speaking of that, whilst you're doing that, I'll go through. There were some updates to the roadmap.
Roadmap, weapons and vehicles. Grey Cat. FPS.
FPS was it FPS?
Oh,
cutting?
the cutting tool. Which, dude.
Yeah.
If we can be able to start cutting into ships, fucking A.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Did they? Oh, dude, they just. Sorry, yeah, they just added the. They're adding a P-72.
Archimedes Emerald. I can't. I'm just like, why? I get the P-72 Archimedes is already out. Why would they just add it as a paint? Add it as a skin. You don't need, like, there is no difference between them.
Yeah. Well, just for it to go with the Emerald
Phoenix. Yeah, sure, but you can't dock them at the moment. They haven't created that. So what's the point? I know, like, it looks as though it's already been finished because it's in polishing.
Yeah. Well,
but still, like, it's just
probably you are
why?
Right. It could have been a skin because they already finished the P-72 Archimedes because I had it when I had a Phoenix, so it's like it wouldn't be that hard to just
no. But have you seen the new restricted area rework?
I have, which I'm really excited about.
I kind of like it. What I thought it was gonna like take you straight into your hangar, but what it does, it just gets you into the area, like the safe area around the spaceport. So that, you know, once you're in that box, you can fly around to some degree of, you know, freedom. Not that you would want to, because you're trying to land, obviously. But they made a very good point that obviously this is only for ground-based spaceports that are within a city. So that this restricted area thing doesn't, or so far as I know, shouldn't apply to somewhere like New Babbage.
Mm-hmm.
It won't apply to that because it's away from the city. Like you can't just fly directly into the place.
Yeah.
So it's only for places like ArcCorp and Hurston. What else? They've got
Origin shit to the.
Oh, the Origin 100i, 125A, and 1353. Yeah, they're trying to. Well, the 100i was one that I bought years ago as a concept. Well, I say years ago. It was maybe like late 2018 or something. Whenever it came out.
I do like it. I do like the door in the 100i better than the fucking 325. Yeah. I hate that fucking ladder. Oh my god. It looks like it's just like a staircase going in.
I think it's because they're like, people were probably clamoring for more of the small Origin ships.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know. But they've got they're going to have the new law system V2 with impounding. So now there are going to be light penalties for blocking pads versus for pad ramming. Mm-hmm. Which is going to be good, and there's going to be a countdown timer for like warning you to get away from a pad if you're hovering over it without like landing permission.
Okay, I like that,
because there have been countless times where I've been hovering, like, because I've been staring at you guys through through the station window over a pad that I'm not supposed to be over, and you know it says warning, you're blocking an active flight lane, and then like 2 seconds later my vehicle gets impounded. And I get kicked out.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us. It's
yeah.
But
and they're also doing turret improvements as well.
Ooh. I'm happy. Where did I just see that thing? I saw it in 3.9, I think. Gameplay.
Well, it's coming for the turret's coming for 310.
310, sorry. 3.9 already got released. That's what I was looking at. 310. Yeah. I think thruster efficiency curves and aerodynamics is going to help.
High-speed combat.
High-speed combat, dragging your ass.
Yeah, dragging people.
Ship HUD rework.
Yeah, ship HUD, yeah. All of it looks good, and...
Yeah.
What?
Vortec Ocean Chainer?
Yep, I saw that on the Inside Star Citizen. Hurston.
That's the only planet.
So far as I know. No, there's some of the moons. Not of Hurston.
Yeah.
One of the moons of Microtech has it, I think.
Okay.
But basically, there is some progress, which is good. And the cargo decks look really cool. It's like going to a massive B&Q or a Wix or something.
Yeah, the cargo deck is gonna be cool. So is the refinery deck.
Yeah, it does all look good.
I like how they're separating things. So, but my question is, are they gonna just be? Are these facilities, these space stations, just gonna be massive now?
I think what they're going to be, so you've got like the main station, kind of like how they've done with the security dog. So it's kind of like a branch off to one side. That's what they're going to do with the refinery and the cargo decks, I think. So rather than it just being, because obviously you can't just have like the aim of this game is to have no loading screens.
Yeah.
So it needs to be visual somewhere. So yeah, they are probably going to just add them as spines sort of on the stations jutting out, because they've done the central part.
Yep.
But I would imagine that they're not going to add them to every single station. I don't know.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't. They might do it at the start. Again, I think it kind of depends on the law and how they want to work all that stuff. But that like from what I saw of the concept phase for these things like the cargo station and the refinery bit, is it looks like it's part of something. It's not its own station. There may very well be like bigger refinery stations that are their own thing, like the one in the Aaron Halo. I think those are like they're gateways, but they're also refineries. I think, I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, which I'm just trying to visualize it. Like, how are they gonna make this station? How? Because those look like they're massive additions to a station. So if you go to one of the HERS that's in an asteroid field, what's it gonna look like?
Yeah, I don't know.
Trying to.
Let's have a look at the cargo deck. Oh, it doesn't have any on those. Okay.
Trying to visualize it. No, but I'm excited for things to come. I'm excited for Squadron 42.
They still need to bring out that update video. It's like way overdue.
When's it supposed to come out?
Dude, it's supposed to come out like almost 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't know. Yeah.
Dude, time's been like going by with coronavirus. I don't know how long it's been anymore. How long's it been since you've been outside, boy?
A couple of hours. No, I know what you mean though.
It's absolutely insane. But I have been getting free games from the Epic Store a lot.
Yeah.
The Epic
so
Store
which ones are we up to?
Dude, we got World War Z. We got Borderlands.
Yeah.
I got Civ.
I got Just Cause 4 and Overcooked.
I got Just Cause 4 as well, so I'm up to 5. Yeah. And now Overcooked is good till next Thursday, everyone.
Yeah.
It looks like a fun. I've seen Rooster Teeth play it a lot. The Achievement Hunter guys. It's a very fun team-oriented game where you might get in each other's way, you might not. Shit happens. It looks like fun, like drinking game. Like drink while you play a game. It's like fucking hey, what's going on?
Yeah. But speaking of other games though as well, like there's the EA games are starting to go onto Steam now, and some of them are on sale. Dragon Age Inquisition, Dragon Age 2 as well. I considered getting them, but then I was like, eh. So I got Mirror's Edge Catalyst as well. Instead, sorry. Which
is funny because we're seeing this slow shift, and I've seen it over the years and I've always loved it because I truly think, the best of EA now available. I truly think that Steam is the best platform out of Origin, fucking Epic.
Oh yeah.
Anything. Steam is the best platform.
Definitely.
So for them to finally just fucking like, I don't know why everybody have to have their own. I know why, because then everybody gets their own fucking platform, blah blah blah. But it's stupid. It's more shit I have to open up. So I'm like,
Yep.
I'm so happy that, like even right here, EA Access members get exclusive trials, great games, and more. I'm sure that's something like EA's. I wouldn't be surprised if Origin goes away soon, just because of how much they're pushing to.
Yeah, maybe
pushing to the Steam platform, and I guarantee you, with this, people will play Origin games a lot more. I know I don't play. I don't really go on Origin a whole lot because I don't have the games, and I won't buy games on Origin because I'm like, why would I want to play that? I can just go to Steam.
I suppose, but like I've got Battlefield and a couple of other things which I don't remember. But Battlefield's the only one that really sticks in my mind.
Yeah, same.
But I know what you mean. Like things will eventually. Like one thing I'm so glad for is that Cyberpunk 2077 is coming out directly onto Steam. Like it's not going anywhere else, so far as I know. Well, it is, but for example, when I bought Metro Exodus, that came out on Epic first, and then it came out on Steam.
Okay.
Which annoyed me. But then again, I pre-ordered it, so like I know I'm going to pre-order Cyberpunk at some point. But I'm happy that it's directly on Steam. Like I don't have to pre-order it anywhere else.
Oh yeah, I'm very happy about that point too. I'm very excited for that game. That game's gonna be loads of fun.
It says as well, and I know this date will probably change, but it comes out on the 16th September 2020, apparently, which is 2 days after I have to hand in my dissertation for my master's degree. So if it sticks to that date, then I know exactly what I'm doing for like the rest of that week. I'm just gonna be playing that game. Yeah, because as soon as my dissertation's over, then I'll be very, very happy.
What's the ETA on that?
Well, I am. So my initial idea for my dissertation got rejected by the panel because it was too ambitious. Apparently.
Yeah.
It really when my dissertation supervisor talked me through it and talked through the sort of the intricacies of it all, she was like, not even a PhD student could try and do this. Like basically what she was saying, that what I was suggesting would take like a decade of research and and supplies and resources that I don't have access to and I will never have access to. So she said, nice try, it's a nice idea, and it's not a stupid idea. It's just really ambitious. Mm-hmm. So I'm currently reforming my dissertation question to something slightly more viable, and then I need to make another appointment to speak with her about it. But effectively, I just need to get this underway. I need to get it going because it's one of those things where I will have to write it as I go, which I'm fine with. I do that all the time. I'm not like. Obviously, I plan, but I will read, I will research, and I'll write as I go. So if I find something new, I'm like, oh great, I can add this in, and then I'll spend like the last 2 weeks editing and just changing things over, which I don't mind. I want to get it going because once I get it going, I know that I will continue with it and I will stick to a plan and I won't stop basically.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and do some more of that.
Well, congrats, man. I'm happy for you. I could never. I think I finished my bachelor's degree like next year, and I'm fucking done. I'm done with education. It just takes too much out of me. Not that I don't think I'm capable enough, but it just takes too much out of me, and I'm just ready to just be done with. Just get that bachelor's degree and be like, okay, I got the fucking piece of paper life. What else do you want from me?
Well, I want a PhD.
Yeah, that ain't happening, Dr. Chicken over there.
Oh no, I want it. It won't be. I won't do what I did this time and do it immediately after getting my masters. I need to live my life a bit. Yeah. And work for a bit.
Dude, it's just so much. Like
it is much, but I enjoy it. Like as much as I say to myself, like, why did I do this? Because there will be parts of this, especially with the dissertation, where I'll be like, oh, I hate this so much. But I know, and I felt this at the end when I did my undergrad. I was really happy because I'd created this 10,000 word dissertation that was a completely unique thing, and it was entirely my own work, and I felt really proud of it. And I know that I will feel the same at the end of this, regardless of what grade I get for it, because I did all this myself.
Yeah.
And also, it's kind of a giant middle finger to to some of my teachers at secondary school who didn't really believe in me that much. So just sort of saying like, look, I have a master's degree now. And when I have a doctorate, I could go back and be like, fuck you.
Oh, you're still teaching here? Oh, well.
No, the doctorate is reserved solely for my undergraduate, one of my undergraduate lecturers. So I'm going to be like, yeah, I've got a doctorate now too.
You can't lecture me.
You can't lecture me.
And then they just sit you down and have at you.
Oh, they can try and lecture me, but whatever.
No, dude, good for you. It is for some people, not for everybody.
Yeah.
Some people are just meant to join the military and be in the military for their whole career.
Oh dear.
Know what I mean? It's
yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with it. We need.
No, of course not.
And I'm one of those big advocates. There's nothing wrong with someone who wants to be a carpenter, who wants to be a drywaller. What do you want to do? I would just want to do drywall. Like, dude, fucking, we need those people in life.
Go for it.
You know what I mean? It's nothing. Electrician, nothing. These trades, we need people who want to do trades, because there's not a lot of people that do want to do trades. And I don't know if it's because they're not really experienced. They're not. It seemed like our generation's, it's less and less. Trying to think of the right word. It's not shown to them very often. Younger generations, like, hey, this is what a trade is. This is what. Like, I remember growing up, and I'm sure it was the same thing with your dad, especially who he is. But my dad growing up, hey, Matt, come here. I want to show you something. What's up? This is how you change a light switch. I'm like, okay, cool.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. My dad does that all the time. He still does it now. He'll teach me something that I don't know, and it's something that I will value, and I can always, and also for the fact that whenever I'm at home, as I will be, fairly soon, I can help him out with this stuff, and I enjoy doing that because it's it's just getting to help out around the house, and getting to spend some time with my dad.
Exactly, and it's all about teaching you how to do things for yourself. Obviously,
exactly. It's the exact same reason why I love cooking with my mum.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
Exactly. You obviously get to a point where you can do a lot of things yourself, but like I can cook. Can't bake. I still can't bake for fucking shit. So I'm not gonna try to make donuts. I'm not gonna try to do this shit because I'm like, oh, it's gonna come out. Yeah, I know. Now I want donuts.
Yeah. I had burgers. I made burgers for dinner, and I wasn't, because I haven't made them in ages.
Yeah.
But I bit into it, and I was like, my God, I'm good at this.
Yeah, we're making.
Like, damn, I am a damn good cook.
We're making some butter chicken with some naan.
Oh, nice.
Oh, dude, yeah, I do like me some butter chicken.
Yeah, but I went like this was like a proper dirty burger. It was nice. I had cheese and bacon. I toasted the buns, and I had like a mayo sauce on it, and I had some butternut squash chips. It was fucking delicious.
We had some salmon burgers last night, which were pretty fucking good.
Ooh.
I do like we've been trying to eat a lot more fish.
Yeah,
like when I cook,
I've been trying to do that too.
Like when I cook a steak properly. Usually it's rare. In a cast iron skillet with butter. Well, I grill it up first, and then I put it in a cast. And so I'm like, fuck, I can't eat these things every day, or I'm gonna have a heart attack. So we try to cut it up with the fish. And I love fish, man. I love doing maybe like a panko baked.
Ooh, panko
fish. Yeah, or panko pan fried. I love fish.
Yeah.
Fish is, people that don't like fish. I don't like fish because it's fishy. It's like, yeah, it's a fish.
It's a fish. That is my dad, basically. My dad does not like fish.
That's
so
funny
whenever
coming from Brit, fish and chips. Like, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Your staple.
But so whenever my dad would like, this is back when I was living at home like properly, and I'm sure it'll happen again at some point soon. But whenever my dad would like go away for work or something like that, my mum was just like, right, let's have fish. And, like, it would be great because my mum and I love fish, and her being such an amazing cook, it was always delicious. But it's like, it's one of those things, it's almost like a treat because it's not something that my mum has terribly often. I can only imagine how she's doing, given the current situation now. You know, they're at home all the time.
Yeah.
But no, I love it. There was one recipe which it's normally it's the one that we normally have whenever my dad goes away, which is it's super nice. And I tried to recreate it here, but as ever, it wasn't nearly as good.
Yeah,
which is unfortunate. But hey, at least it was cooked. At least,
True.
At least it wasn't raw.
Boiled for safety.
Yeah. Just boil the shit out of it.
Hey, you can eat anything at that point. Yeah, we're trying like we just got a shit ton of mussels, so I want to make like a mussel scampi.
Ooh.
Change it up a little bit. I haven't had pasta because pasta. I love pasta, man. Pasta is such a your fucking staple is carbonara.
Yeah, that is the one. That's like the one thing that I know I can make, and it's so quick as well. It's like 10 minutes, maximum, and it's just so easy.
Dude, I love cooking.
And it's 4 ingredients.
I love cooking. I love and I love Gordon Ramsay. He's been doing these with his daughter Millie. He's been doing like these 10-minute things on Instagram.
Okay.
Like cook a meal in 10 minutes. So he's been doing like bangers and mash, shit like that. I'm like, fuck, you go, Gordon Ramsay. I fucking love Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Fucking great dude, great cook. My wife's always watching like Hell's Kitchen or something. That's why I always hear, you, fuck off. I'm like, is this Gandhi's shoe?
Leave your jacket and fuck off.
Fucking God. But I think that's about time to wrap up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like we said, video podcasts to come soon. For all you YouTube folks. For everybody else, check us out on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter. Check us out on YouTube for updates on what's gonna happen. We want to try to make it happen because we know it's especially for the YouTube, it's definitely more of a interaction versus the audio. But audio is always great for gyms, bike riding. If you can't train ride, something you could just have it on your phone, and just have it on the go. Car ride. I listen
exactly.
I sometimes I don't. I've been trying to reserve music for the gym because I listen to music so often. I just hear the same song, so I listen to podcasts when I drive. And my wife doesn't like it. She's like, "How do you listen to this kind of stuff?" And I'm just like, "Cause I'm listening. It's my podcast. Like, it's like these podcasts are so interesting to me, and they just get my mind thinking when I'm driving, and it's like it's so great."
Yeah, I'm the same.
But we will catch y'all next week. Take care, guys.
All right.
And girls.
See ya.